Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Please subscribe. Oh, is it Brian? That's charming.
Accurate.
I will say, though, I am currently feeling a bit like Peter Griffin, and I'll explain why. And it'll only make sense if you've seen the episode of Family Guy where he's on the aeroplane and there's the do not touch button, and he opens the door and flies out of the plane. Well, on my internet browser, which is open on this doohickey here, my laptop, there's a big, massive button at the top right of the screen saying relaunch to update. And I'm really struggling not to press it.
Always in the corner of your eye.
Yeah. That's all I can see. So unless you're commenting tonight to say relaunch to update, I'm probably not going to notice it. Good evening, Crazy Mike's Fun Channel. I don't know how can I stop that stream elements bot?
Oh, I don't know. It don't matter, does it?
Exactly. Troy Allen, good evening, sir. Peter Nottle. Oh, the devil are you? Mental Models is here. Perpetual Lee is here. And there's lots of other people here. Or here, if I was feeling particularly posh. There we are. Padge knows how it works. I noticed that. See? Good evening, Sutcattle. How are you, pal? So, the thumbnail. Tuesdays or Sundays?
What could it mean?
Tuesdays was in this hand, wasn't it, in the thumbnail. So Tuesdays or Sundays. And as Callum just said, and will now say again.
What could it mean?
It means, so this is a situation. Obviously, the whole idea of doing this live show is to give an extra piece of content each week. And I've always enjoyed going live. It's a good laugh. I get to chit chat with you. I can literally do what I'm doing this evening. And apart from one thing I want to tell you, I've got nothing to say and an hour in which to do exactly that, which it won't be because for some reason I just never know when to shut up. But so as you know, if you're subscribed to Creaky Extra, the second channel, these podcast. Is it a podcast? I don't know. Is it a podcast, Carl?
I don't know. We call it the podcast, but I feel like it's like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a podcast hybrid sort of live stream mixture or something. Yeah. But anyway, so when Callum does his magic and chops it all up and makes these sort of, what they can be anything between a minute and
sometimes
15,
20 minutes.
Yeah, so sometimes they're as long as a main channel video. And they get in views. The second channel's growing at a steady rate. Everything's going well as it should be. But the issue is this up here, which you can't see. I'm pointing at the number of people watching this live stream now. 76. Which tells me a couple of things. One, either I'm terrible at live streaming and nobody wants to listen to my waffle, or two, there's not that many people out of the 105,000 people who are subscribed to me who are available at 7 p.m. UK time on a Tuesday to watch the stream and participate and have a laugh with the rest of us. So the idea is thusly. This is the idea. I'm going to switch back to Sundays, but with a bit of a tweak. So I'm going to go live at, what did we say, Carl? 6 p.m. on a Sunday night. And I'm going to give myself a cutoff of 9 p.m. because that's bedtime. But we're gonna try doing this on a Sunday. But we're gonna go, the minimum is gonna be an hour, but it could be hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours if unless I need an old man pee, or I've started dozing off while I'm speaking to you. So yeah, so we're gonna switch it back to a Sunday, and we're gonna try this Sunday as the first episode because I think Padjo just said it in the side chat. It caught my eye. Instead of the relaunch to update button. No, I better not. There used to be sort of 300. Some weeks it would be getting closer to 400 people watching the live stream. And that was when I had like 40,000 subscribers. So that definitely tells me that the reason people aren't joining the stream and joining in is because they're just not able to watch at this time on this day. So we will see. We will test the theory this Sunday and go from there. So do the 89 people who are here now feel that yeah, UKPI, what it's not Sunday. Yeah, you were always about on a Sunday. You were always about.
I just think it's a better day all around because, especially, well, we were looking at the analytics with me, and the biggest chunk of your audience is in the US.
Yeah.
And we go live on a Tuesday when everyone's either asleep or in work.
Yeah.
So, and then the second biggest demographic is the UK.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like everyone's about on a Sunday and then it's...
Yeah. Yeah. And at 6 p.m. it's sort of very late morning to early afternoon across the US.
Yeah, the perfect way to start or end your Sunday.
And it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday tea time for all the UK peepsicles.
Yeah.
And then so it's got to be better. Brian Pop Robson says Sunday means I have no clients. I've missed 4 out of the last 2. What? I've missed 2 out of the last 4, and I was in Watford. Brian, as usual, when you try to explain something to me, I got no idea what you're talking about. Are you still taking the pills? Yeah. So what do you think, everyone? Let's have a bit of back feed in the old chat box. Do you think mine and Callum's theory is right that Sunday's just going to be a better night to live stream, or am I just looking for problems where there are no problems to be found? Mr. Andrat, good evening. How are you? See, now, Mr. Andrat was always a big participation in the Sunday night streams, but he's lurking now because I'm guessing he's in work.
Yeah.
And he's got a cheeky earbud in and he's listening to me. But I could be wrong.
Creaky, I'm retired. It makes no difference to me.
Who says that? Oh, Fletcher boy. That's what I'm looking at now. Troy Allen, my new pal, says Sunday makes sense and you're the boss. Well, no, it's not that. Obviously, I want a live stream because the more people there are, the more fun it is because there's more going on in the side chat, and which gives me more to discuss and all that kind of good stuff.
I also like not being restricted to that hour as much.
Yeah, exactly. Because some weeks I definitely cut it off and I could just carry on going, but I said it was an hour show, so I was trying to do it for an hour. Daron, is it Daron? I've never seen it spelled that way. Need sympathy, got bad arthritis in both hands, might need to stop riding. That's not good, pal. That sucks. Yeah, there's I would imagine riding with severe arthritis is not comfortable because I know even me now, and I barely ride anyway, but when I do, if I go when I rode out to Ireland,
yeah,
when I got up, my hands were
stiff as anything.
Yeah, cramped up, and
yeah,
and that that bike's got cruise control on it, but still,
yeah,
it's there we are. Sut Kettle, the main man. I'm plus 1 hour ahead of you, so Sundays are fine for me. Yeah, this is what I mean, and this is what Callum has said as well. I think that there we are, Mr. Andrat. I think the Sunday's just going to work better. Nailed it, kind of. Yeah, I did miss the Sunday Hangouts. Yeah, and that's what I see. The thing is I'm trying to strike a balance as well between it just being exactly the same as my old live streams were, which tonight's kind of is, but it's by design because, you know, we want to talk about these things. But and it's still having some sort of, at least a hint of structure, you know, so that Callum is able to clip it and we can put content on the second channel, you know. So, but I think Jezza the Random Reviewer there's another man who always used to be about on a Sunday night. I enjoyed the Sunday Hangouts. Yeah, I think there's definitely a pattern starting to form here. Oh, what have I pressed now? Crazy Mike's Fun Channel. Sundays are good for me. The DVR keeps shows on standby. People watching this now, maybe not even Callum. Callum may be too young. But if if there's a program you want to watch on TV, but you've got an appointment, I don't know, to have your teeth filed or something, I don't know. What do you do? Do you record the program or do you tape it? So, like, for example, in the, you know, the 90s when we all had videos, oh, don't forget to tape Top of the Pops for me. Don't forget to tape EastEnders. So, like, I will still, and, you know, I would imagine people older than me, I've got nothing to back this up. I'm just, you know, thinking out loud. Am I really old fashioned because I still say, oh, don't forget to tape?
Do you know,
whatever.
I think it's worse than that.
Yeah, Drunken Trillquist says tape dude 100%. Mr. Andras got no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, Callum. Mama's Awakening seems to be in a time warp. Sunday, any day, Creaky, but I did miss you updating us on your Monday to Friday lives. Monday to Friday live. I've never. What?
Come
on now.
Maybe when you used to do random morning ones.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Because you see, that's the thing. So this Sunday 6 till potentially 9 is brilliant for the whole world, unless you're in Australia. Then,
well, no,
there'll never be an Australian person unless it's Peck in any of the Sunday live streams. I guarantee it's just the wrong time of day.
Well, no, some parts of Australia are 12 hours ahead of us, aren't they?
Yeah, we just.
So if there's any early birds in Australia, early,
yeah, I suppose, yeah, but they never used, and that's why I started doing the odd. I didn't used to do them weekly. It was just when I felt like doing it. I would start a live stream some mornings at like 5 a.m. and just go live for a couple of hours. You know, for the Australian peeps, because it's, you know, I know it's stupid because I shouldn't care, but I do. It's like trying to be fair to everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you said,
but how can I? Because
yeah, but that's why Sundays at 6 work really well, because it's like you said, everyone's about on a Sunday, and it's more fun.
Yeah,
if there's more people involved.
Yeah, exactly. Because
so
there's more.
Why would you not try and get a time where
exactly? There's more going on in there, and when there's more people in the side chat, then like I said earlier, then there's more to talk about.
Anyway, back to you being old.
Yeah, I tape programs.
Yeah, but do you know what I think is people don't even say record anymore.
What do they do then?
Because you don't really, do you? Not many people do, because you stream everything.
Yeah, but there must be some times where
sometimes, but when was I couldn't tell you the last time I recorded a TV program.
Yeah, there we are. You've just answered it. So you would say you recorded it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say recorded it, but that's what I mean. But I would say even that is an outdated term.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So what do you do? So I know you would probably just watch it on demand, but if it was, I don't know, there must be something on the TV box thing that's not on demand.
No, not really.
No?
ITV has got its own streaming service, BBC iPlayer, Channel 4. Obviously they're all UK TV channels, but like everything has now. I would imagine in the US it's the same. I would imagine every bloody TV channel also has its own streaming service that shows its TV programs. So that, I think it's
so there probably isn't a term at all then.
No, you just watch stuff now.
Yeah, do you know, now that we're having this conversation, which seems completely irrelevant, maybe this is why nobody watches the live streams.
Yeah, well, no. Download it. See?
Download it. Did your VHS? Right, sorry, hang on a second. I wanted to... Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush. From a month ago. I hadn't had the chance to press one of my buttons tonight yet, so... Thank you, Sean. Is it Sean the sheep, or is it just Sean who likes sheep? Or perhaps you're actually a sheep. I wonder if any animals watch me.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, some animals...
dogs watching right now.
Yeah, some animals like we've seen videos on TikTok, like a dog, like it's usually a Frenchie or something like that, or a Great Dane, watching like an action movie and really getting excited. And I wonder if any dogs watch me waffle.
Yeah, if there's any dogs watching right now, hello.
Who's a good boy or girl? And welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush. Prepare for crippling disappointment, Jez of the Random Reviewer, but it is very much appreciated indeed, especially as I know you are one of the almost sole surviving Patreons. Thank you, pal. Yeah, you're gonna have a doot.
You got a double air horn.
A double doot. Hippie Joe, good evening. How come Callum has an accent and you don't? By the way, I'm from Lancashire.
Lancashire.
Did I say Lancashire?
Lancashire.
By the way, I'm from Lancashire. 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 I've just invented a new place. I bet you a TV network steals that now when they're looking for a made-up place name. I live in Lancashire. Yeah. How come Callum has an accent and you don't? Well, I don't know. You couldn't get all my skills, could he? I had to keep some exclusively for me. And people in Lancashire don't have an accent. Well, I beg to differ. I've never claimed that it's Welsh people who don't have an accent. It's just me, Daron Moss. I need to change from Patreon. Are you a Patreon, Bri? Do. What did I eat? Actually, yeah, I remember that you are, I think. Anyway. Hang on, somebody said... Show her.
Do it.
Walkies! Come on. Who wants to go for a ride in the car? Come on. Who wants to go to the park? And cats, whistle. Go and get run over. I'm not a cat person. I'm sorry. Good evening, Deviant Outcast. How are you? Brian Pop Robson. Oh, it's you that's on the 50 pence a year tier.
Is that a real thing? Yeah.
No. Oh. Thank you, Brian. There is, and always has been, because, you know, reach for the stars. There's a £50. There's a £50 a month and £100 a month tier. Now, I only ever had one £100 a month Patreon, and I think it was about 6-7 months. And one of the perks was that he would get a quarterly video chat with me.
Yeah. And
not long after we did the first one, he cancelled.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I don't know.
You've done his head in.
I must have. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Both give your best Scottish accent. Oh, I don't know if I could. I just end up sounding like Ramsey Nesbitt.
I can't do accents. I'm so bad at accents.
Exactly. How could you possibly expect me to be able to do an accent when I don't have one myself? UK pie, even though I know it's UK PI.
P.
I've sent you a message on Patreon regarding my first video. Please tell me it was today, and not like 7 weeks ago. I will definitely have a look. Oh, hang on a second. 1 dog, Barney, 2 cats, Cosworth and McLaren. I thought he had a Cosworth then. That's why I got so excited. But it's cats. The name, you know, I like the names.
So are they watching right now?
Are they watching me?
Barney.
I don't know what it is about cats. It's like they're out to get me. Every time I see a cat, I'm afraid it's gonna like bite me or claw me or steal my wallet.
One thing I've learned about cats, dogs are exactly the same. They feed off your energy. So if you act nervous and standoffish, whereas a dog will feel like weirdly threatened by that, so he'll be like, "Urgh." A cat like kind of gets off on it, so they just start messing with you. But that's I kind of like cats for that reason.
You might be right. That's cool.
They just don't care.
Welcome to the blinder, guys.
I know you're not a new member. 57 months. Thank you very much indeed. That is incredibly kind of you and very much appreciated. So sorry, UKPI, but that was a waste of £2 for you. Jimmy. There we are. I just did a Scottish accent. Och, I the new Loch Ness Monster. Taggart. Anyway. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. I think it is, anyway. I haven't made the screen big yet. There's 3 spare monitors in the house, and I meant to bring one out tonight to try as a second monitor so I could have big chat. So I haven't got to keep going old man screen, young man screen, old man screen.
I was going to bring that camera monitor.
But I forgot. Well, we both forgot.
Yeah, I forgot too.
Useless. Have you heard Nathan Jokley is producing a book on flat Earth? Rumor is it comes in 2-ply in his quilt. Oh dear me. I have, yes. I have seen the videos, and I can't remember whose video did I watch. Oh, Randy.
Oh.
I was about 2/3 of the way through it, so I haven't quite finished it, but he was basically explaining kind of the gist of the book. Not that there's going to be much of a gist. It's a flat Earth book. And playing clips of Nathan Oakley saying stupid things like they'll have to pay him £50 to debate MC Toon, and what else did he say? Something about his book is going to be very expensive and it's so advanced. Chances are, if once you've read it, you don't believe the Earth is flat, it doesn't mean that you thought the book was really stupid because it was trying to convince you that the Earth was flat. It means that Nathan Oakley's book is so advanced, you just didn't understand the concepts within. That's the gist of what he was talking about.
Do you know what's very funny?
Not Nathan Oakley.
It wasn't until halfway through that story that I started to realize that that book isn't a picture book with like 2 sentences per page. I just immediately assumed it was like a...
Yeah,
like a like just like a children's level reading book. I didn't even consider that you could possibly write a full actual book.
Apparently you can. Ask Eric Dushnoz. He's written about 6.
He must have used so much crayon.
I know, and they're all aimed at children. See, that's what makes Eric Dushnoz a little bit of a concern, because what rational human being, adult human being, could even consider the possible bright light.
Again.
Chuck me the black one, quick. I'm blind.
This happened last week.
Talk amongst yourselves. Pretend there's some like elevator music and stuff and things, and there were. Anyway, emergency over.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you know, on what planet is it a good idea to try and convince a young child that the Earth is flat? I mean, we've got enough moronic, stupid, idiot flat earthers in adult form. The last thing we need is mini flat earthers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
There should be some sort of... I don't know. How that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, no, exactly. It
Anywhere-
shouldn't, but it
Anywhere
is.
that sells that book, it's
Yeah,
probably Amazon,
yeah.
innit?
Yeah, I was going to say, we got Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos to thank for this.
Yeah.
1 second. Now, thank you, Sean, for the $7.99 super sticker. I haven't got a thank you super sticker button, so I'm going to play my favorite sound effect.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, I love you, nobody.
That's brilliant. I love it. Thank you, Sean. You are a gentleman and a scholar. You could be a female. I don't know. It's hard to tell when your profile picture is a sheep. No, it's not a sheep, is it? It's a bloke with a beard. I think. hang
Also,
on.
Sean.
Yeah. Where's it gone? Damn. He's abandoned ship.
What are you looking for?
His name? Clive Wells, hello. How are you? South Park Canadian Alphabet, Troy D. What? Is that last bit like a word, or did you hit the keyboard or something? Mention my free ringtone. I know. I proper stitched myself up on that. So for my merch hosting, I use a company called Fourth Wall. It's the same one Philip DeFranco uses, and a few of the huge YouTubers use it. And the reason there was one feature that I really liked, and that's what made me sign up the Fourth Wall. And the feature is that if you now click on the links, wherever they're under this video, in the end card, up my ass, they're everywhere. And you buy, say, the Evil NASA t-shirt, I get a notification. So obviously before, when I got a notification, it was like, oh, cool, I've made a couple of quid. Of course, now the notifications are coming like, I don't know, every 20 minutes, half hour. And every single time is for the ringtone that I put on there for free.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. But the reason I went to Fourth Wall is because I can, so if you buy a t-shirt, I get a notification on the app and I can record, oh, Callum, it's me, Creaky, thank you, for buying a t-shirt and all that. But now I've got a massive list of people with who've downloaded the ringtone. So now, even though I promised everyone who buys something would get a video message,
Yeah, you've accidentally shot yourself. in
I've
the foot.
accidentally ended up now.
Yeah.
I got to record, like, at some point tomorrow, I think it's 23 videos.
It's not too bad.
And the thing is, I can't. So if you ask Google Gemini or ChatGPT to type out an email, can you type out an email to my local supermarket complaining that the butt plug I bought wouldn't fit? And ChatGPT then would say, dear, brackets, insert name here, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought now. What was I on about?
I don't know. You were saying about these videos.
What videos?
The ones when the ringtone comes in.
Oh, yeah. So now, because I'm like, yeah, I've got to spend hours tomorrow now making thank you videos, and I can't make one.
Yeah, that you were saying something about
I can't
that.
make one. So like that email, it would say dear insert brackets. I can't record.
Oh, you can't
Hello,
do like
insert your name here. It's Creaky. I can't do that.
So every single one of them is
literally like sending a video reply to, if you sent me a video message on WhatsApp and I sent you a video reply, I got to do that for every single person now who's downloaded the free ringtone.
Well, that's also, I know that's time consuming for you, but that is better. It would be very obvious if it was like, hello, insert your name here.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be an excellent time saver, but I can't do it. But yeah, or should I just say, well, I did say that anybody who buys anything, but then I feel like a dick then, like I'm being mean.
I mean, if you open your phone one day and it's like 300 confirmation things in there, then maybe stop doing it. But
yeah, Yeah, I know. It's a weird one. I'm torn. It's going to keep me up tonight. It's definitely not. Don't go AI though. What do you mean go AI? Am I going to turn into AI? I hope not.
Yeah, you could do an AI video reply.
Brian's wife wants to know how much the butt plugs are in my merch store. I'll send you the link. It's in a private, hidden part of the website.
A tidy butt plug.
Yeah, tidy butt plug.
CGI.
Yeah, you can buy a tidy butt plug and stick it up your CG brown eye. Oh, dear me. Andrew Christopherson. Right, let's see what's going on here. I didn't know I had to read a book tonight. Ooh, doggy. Labrador, maybe? Spaniel? It's definitely a dog. Oh my God, such a funny image. Bad but funny image. Popped into my head, combining butt plug and a squirrel. Imagine, if you will, a squirrel that you used butt as his home and it was popping out to say hello. Like in Bruce Almighty, come here, little anal-dwelling butt monkeys.
Yeah.
Which is a line I bet no actor ever thought they would say in a film, no matter how much they were paying them. It's called a chocolate starfish. Why are we talking about bum holes? I know I said I didn't have much to talk about tonight, but
Brian's fault.
Yeah, I know, but bum holes, well, technically it's his wife's fault. She asked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gonna buy the ringtone and send it to 200 friends. Can you send it to them after 9 o'clock though, when I put my phone on silent?
Free ringtone with every butt plug.
Yeah. And flat earthers and no, that was unfair. I shouldn't have singled flat earthers out. Conspiracy theorists will love this next part. Everybody that's bought something on my website, including downloading the free ringtone, available now at creakyblinder.com. I got the email addresses. Yeah. So, you know, when they're talking about they, or sometimes them, which am I? I've got your email addresses. How good would that have been for a Surfshark integration then? We got to get them sponsoring live stream.
Oh,
that would have slotted in.
Perfect.
Or when we were talking about chocolate starfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, either it would have been seamless. Nobody would have even known. Luke P, that's my other. I don't even know what that means. It's like I've walked into a conversation I'm not meant to be. What? Soot kettle? Free ringtone. Can I choose bleached by next stop?
Wait.
Just while we.
I can't even see that comment.
It's on the screen. Well, it is now.
I'm going to assume that guy's still talking about buttholes.
Yeah, he is. I didn't think of
Yeah.
that. That's a thing in him.
Yeah.
Anal bleaching. No, we're talking about bums way too much
what
tonight.
is going on?
Yeah, this isn't a bum stream. This is a live stream. And see, Crazy Mike, come on now. I just said I wanted to change the topic. And you know I can't resist comments like that. Rolf, thank you very much indeed for doing 5 of these.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
And apparently they get randomly assigned, so good luck. But you have to have that setting turned on in YouTube Studio. Poor Callum's had his finger on that button for like 45 seconds. I just don't know when to stop.
I'm giving people 1 air horn per member.
Yeah.
No, don't do like 200. That would be terrible. No.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you know, the funny thing is, like, cool. I got potentially, I don't know, I've been with Fourth Wall for 3 years. So I probably got maybe 1,000 email addresses. I've never sent any of them an email, mind, because I don't
No.
know how to.
Yeah, 'cause you could do like a newsletter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Actually, I do know how to, but it just got, well, it was one of those things. It was when I was experimenting to see what was feeding the views to the channel. And it wasn't me emailing people to tell them that I just published a video.
yeah, I can't imagine many people are finding out about YouTube videos via email.
No. And after a couple of months, I thought to myself, that's exactly the sort of email I mark as spam. So
Yeah.
I stopped doing it then. Don't worry, Callum, can't afford 200. No, yeah, I don't think he was
Not
saying
from
about
you, Rolf.
Yeah, no, Rolf, not he wasn't saying that somebody should gift 200 subs, although that would be amazing for 200 people and for the channel. But no, 200 free downloads of my
No, that's not what I.
No?
No, I was on about. No, I was on about.
Oh, you were talking
200
about gifting memberships.
Yeah, but not from him. Yeah.
Views are rising, says Sean the Sheep. Is it Sean the Sheep or just Sean or Mr. Sheep?
Sean Sheep.
I like to know.
Sean McSheep.
Oakley responded to Creaky. When? He can't have responded to me that. I only said it 10 minutes ago. Shut up. No way. He does do that though.
Maybe he has.
Sometimes, and it happened to me a few times, we'd be live streaming like this now to these lovely people, and there'd be some grimy little smelly flat earther in his basement under a lamp. Look at Creaky saying stupid things. I don't know why it sounded like George from Rainbow then, but
Nice modern reference there.
exactly. I know, I forget, Carl, that you aren't in your 50s. Every time you play the butt meme in your videos, I vote everyone screams plug. Yeah, let's make that a new game. Let's see how many people actually watch these live streams after the fact. So in tomorrow night's video, which I think is going to be a CC video, I'm missing him. I didn't make one about him last week. I use the butt meme. Just comment plug, so I know how many people are doing what Daron Moss says they should do, because I just love stuff like that. That would make the comments worth going into. Not that I don't know, mind. I spend so much time in the comments. I never know. That's another thing, see. I never know when enough is enough. How many comments should I be answering on a video? How many... Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Just kind of go into it as and when. If you're having a dump or something, have a little scroll through the comments. And...
Yeah.
Because
I like doing it on my computer.
Yeah, I find, see, with the second channel in the YouTube Studio app, I go through phases. Sometimes I might go through the comments like 3 times in a day, and then other times I won't look for like 4 days. It just completely depends.
Yeah. I always make sure I'm in there for the first hour after a video's published. And then, so like Monday night's video, my first job when I come in here on a Tuesday morning is responding to comments. And I literally go into the studio, go into that video's comments, and I scroll all the way back to the first comment. And I try to put a like on every single comment that's on that video. And sometimes I've done it and there's been like 1,200 comments. I wouldn't do that again because it took me like 4 hours.
Jesus.
It took me ages and ages and ages. But I went so far with it, and I thought, oh, well, if I don't like everyone's now, that's not fair, because perhaps the ones I didn't like will think I'm a dick for liking, do you know what I mean? Liking some. And
well, you should do on,
you know, like when you give sweets to kids and you gotta,
yeah,
you know, like if I was giving something to you and something to Jordan, got to make sure you got the same so you don't argue.
Do you know what you should do?
Like that.
You should go through on one video and like every single comment.
And just leave one out.
One.
Yeah. Oh, dear me.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
So it's Sean the Sheep at Sydney. Now, does that mean Sydney, Australia? Or that it's Sean the Sheep, but your name is at Sydney, which would be strange. Yeah, I have no idea. But thank you very much indeed for the super chat again. It is thoroughly appreciated. Couple of the trailer, then it really is a butt plug. What? I don't know what that is. What's a trailer? Well, I know what a trailer is, but not when it relates to butt plugs. And I'm definitely not Googling that. I can't imagine it would go well.
Oh, I have to do it. I'm dying for a pee.
Go for it.
I'll be right back.
Best place to shit. Best place to shit post is on the can. Yeah, I don't know, Andrew. I'm such a weird person, honestly. There's certain things that I can be sat in my living room and I'll see something come through on my phone, maybe a notification or something that I feel I need to deal with urgently, and I can do it on my phone. But because it's YouTube stuff, I get up, walk out of my house, across my garden, into my garage, then into my studio to answer a comment, and then get up, lock the studio back up, walk back into the house and go and sit down on the settee. I don't know what it is. Suppose I could set up a PC in the downstairs toilet. Stranger things have been. Whoa! My granddad. Well, he wasn't from Newcastle, which is it's not making it the best start to a story, I know, but he was a Geordie. Are people in Newcastle Geordie? I know it's very confusing, very, very confusing indeed. Because Geordiness seems to depend on where in the north of England you live. Well, obviously, but what makes you a Geordie? Is it the part of Geordie land you live in? Dudley elected presidents. Sweet word from Paul Simon. That and the Boxer are my favourites. Again, I don't know. I couldn't have understood that any less if you'd written it in Chinese, Slim. I have no idea what's going on most of the time. Just ask anyone who knows me. Regarding Nathan's, is Thompson still spouting his drivel? He doesn't seem to be as prolific as he used to be. Actually, Bright, no, oh yes, I have. That's a tale. Brian Pop Robson just sent me a picture, so I now know it's when you hang beads off a butt plug.
What the hell have I just walked back into?
Exactly.
Why are you still talking about butt plugs?
Just been watching. I thought that said poof. Just been watching Prop Dave take down Ashton Forbes. Great channel, Creaky. Thank you, Peter Bustin. What are you busting for? Poo?
I was busting for a pee just now.
That Ashton is Aston, isn't it? Is it an H and L? I can't see it. I'm not an old man mode. Ashton Forbes. I don't know if he's like like what I said to you earlier. I don't know whether it would turn out that he's a well-known conspiracy theorist within his little fantasy world.
So what does he do then?
So basically, right? So if you haven't seen last night's videos, this is going to be full of spoilers, but there'll only be as many spoilers as parts of yesterday's video that I can remember. So it's not going to be that many. So it probably won't spoil anything. So he basically, have you heard of free energy people? It's a conspiracy that you have to pay for energy, and really it's been available free for thousands of years, but they and them don't want us to have it because it's too good for us. Right?
Okay.
So basically what they've done, they've taken a concept in physics and they've completely butchered it. So there's a concept in I'm trying to remember from yesterday now. I think it's particle physics, was it? But anyway, so basically, there's a concept in physics where they refer to free energy. But what they mean is in this particular concept that escapes me. I'll probably scream it out later on in the live stream, like I've got Tourette's. But basically, they've seen the word free in a legitimate physics principle.
Yeah.
And that is to do with how energy behaves and everything. 0 point energy. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Andrat. Is it terrible or does it make me a terrible person? And you know I like you. You know we buddies. You got a blue spanner. But every time I see you, I think Mr. Arsehat. I don't know what it is. I'm sure I'm mildly dyslexic. It's, I can't say it very well, so does that count? Yeah, so 0 point energy. So they've basically heard the word free and gone, see, they can get free energy, but there isn't, it's completely impossible for us to ever have free energy.
But what do you mean by free energy?
Now, that's the right question.
Yeah.
Because what they mean by free energy is energy that's literally, like oxygen.
Yeah.
That's free. We haven't got to pay to breathe. Well, sometimes it feels like we have, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so oxygen is freely available for us to breathe.
Yeah.
Unless we're underwater and not a fish. Then not so much. But so if you think simple terms, what could be free energy? Oh, solar. The sun's there. We don't have to pay. No, it's not. Because there's equipment used to harness that free energy. And in that sense, free energy means it's there. It's freely available.
Right.
But they think that means it's free, therefore nobody should have to pay for it. But there isn't. And I was thinking about this. I can't think of anything apart from solar energy that somebody could possibly misconstrue as being a type of free energy, but it isn't, because it costs thousands of pounds to have the solar panels fitted to your house. And technically my car, I'm a full electric douchebag now.
Yeah.
And I had to have the charger put in. So I say, it's great, I'm going to go to the petrol station, so it feels like I'm going everywhere for free. No, of course I'm not. Because even if I had solar and they're advertising and if you've got solar power on an electric vehicle, you can drive for free. No, you can't. Because I had to pay 1,500 quid to have a plug put on the outside of my house because they wouldn't let me run an extension lead in case it rained. So do you know what I mean? So even things that, I say, don't I? I've got a Cardiff, I can go for free.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got a Perpetual in the car. But it's not free. Obviously, then you've got wear and tear and all that shite on cars and all that nonsense, haven't you? But this I've forgotten his bloody name now. Ashton. No, it's not Ashton Kutcher, is it? Or is it? Is Ashton Kutcher a free energy? I hope he is. But that's what he means by free energy. Now, the other thing he talked about in the video I responded to as well was that the Malaysian Airways flight MH370 that famously disappeared without a trace, until they found traces of it, of course, he thinks that plane got teleported to... He didn't actually say to where, just that it had been teleported. Nathan, thank you so much, pal. You are a very lovely individual, and I love you long time. Thank you very much. And you gifted 5 Creaky Blinder memberships, which I will say the same again. I don't give them out. Neither does Nathan. Was that Alarcon? Alan?
Alarcon?
Yeah. I don't know. Either I can't read or my
so
viewers can't spell.
No, I'm so bad at reading out usernames. Whenever I'm looking in the side chat, I'm like, I don't even know how to pronounce half of these.
Yeah.
I need to get better at that.
I will say, though, for ages, I used to call Mike MC to McToon. But it's not just me. Oh, one of us got it. Nathan just said Alacon. Nathan Alacon. Is
there
that
we
right?
go. Yeah.
Anyway, back to free energy. Free energy is any food that will just grow with little to no maintenance. See, but if there's any maintenance, it's not free. Can you see what I mean? This is why it's such an
See,
right.
I
so,
don't fully understand what you're saying.
Right. So Troy is saying free energy is any food that will grow with little to no maintenance, like mint. You can't stop it growing. No, I know. We have mint coffee, mint cornflakes, mint orange squash, mint hot chocolate. Yeah, we got lots of mint growing in our garden. I have 3 different types of but we've only got 2 different types of mint. I thought it would be like one would be mint and one would be spearmint, but apparently that's not how it works. So free energy is any food that will just grow with little to no maintenance. But okay, is the act of planting seeds not making it not free because it required effort on your part? Now, if you found, I don't know.
Yeah, if it was in the wild.
If you found an apple tree and took all the apples off it and went home and sat there and ate them all, that would be stealing because it's probably somebody else's apple tree. But it still wouldn't be free energy.
How would an apple tree not be free energy?
Go and try and get an apple tree for free and plant it in the garden. And most people will say, oh yeah, just when I next time I eat an apple, I'll...
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you get that apple from then? Oh yeah, bought it in Tesco's. So
I
it wasn't
steal
free.
it from Tesco's.
Yeah.
But I stole it from Tesco's, then it was free.
Yeah. But can you see Can you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
and this is what they're doing, see, but they've taken it to an extreme. It's, that was just a little funny or fun conversation. But that's my point is, is that's where they are misunderstanding, I think, lies about free energy. Excuse me. Confused?
I'm still completely confused. I don't know if it's me. So when you're talking about free,
what they mean is,
are you meaning in a monetary sense?
Yes, free as in
we shouldn't have to pay for it.
I wouldn't have to pay a £340 a month electricity bill. That's what they mean.
Yeah, but
literally free.
But what's the argument?
Just that they could be giving it to us free, but they don't. All the energy that we pay for, they think is, thank you, Diana Moonblade. We will get back to that in a second. They think that it's all really free. So British Gas,
yeah,
they get in the gas that they supply us for free. They don't have to spend hundreds of millions of pounds every year drilling for that oil and, human beings risking their lives to access it.
To destroy the planet, boo-hoo.
Yeah. They think that gas is really free and so is electricity.
I don't know if I'm thinking about it from the wrong angle.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand how that is like.
Have a look at that comment from Diana Moonblade. That's right. Energy is freely available, but energy is not free. Now, it also is free. It's free for us to use, but not in a value sense, not in a monetary sense. We have to pay because it is impossible to harness any form of energy for free.
Yeah, okay, so I get what you're saying. So I would, yes, I do understand what you're saying now, but I'm still struggling to see it. So when you say we, you mean as humans or as taxpayers? Because I would also agree it should be free at the point of consumption, and I think the government should be footing the bill. But
Yeah, but that's not reality, is it? They're never gonna do that, are they? That's the thing with
This is
them. See?
I would strongly argue this is a political
Yeah, well,
debate.
they will make it political, but I don't talk about politics. But the point I'm making is freely. There's no way to harness it, and you know, physics confirms this. There's always one, isn't there? All right, you may be getting free energy then. I will retract my previous statement, but there's no way any energy can be harnessed for free.
And Slim also just said the government can only spend your money anyway, so I guess that's also a good point.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's what I mean, but it's not realistic. It's just it's all this, you know. But so in the very simplest of simple terms, at some point in history, electricity was discovered, and they think that person just went, "Oh, cool, electricity. I'm going to sell this to people and pretend it costs
I see
£300 a month."
I see.
They'll never know. Only I found that's what they think.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a weird one. It is. It's a
I
weird
still
one.
don't think I follow.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because it is that insane. It's like saying, okay, why isn't energy free? That's the same question as why aren't cars free? Why aren't houses free? Why aren't groceries free? Why isn't the microphone I'm speaking into now free? Well, mine technically was free because one of you lovely lot bought it off my Amazon wish list. Right at the beginning of my channel, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And it's still going strong and I still love it. Now it's got a big yellow end. It's even better. Because, you know, branding. But, yeah, that's what they mean. Like a 4-year-old has got no concept of money. They think everything's free.
Yeah.
That's what these free energy people think like. So, Johnny Lightning Bolt discovers electricity, has the idea to sell it at a huge profit, but it's costing him zero.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of steps between harnessing the electricity and you consuming it.
Yeah, your only interaction with electricity is the same as mine. You plug something into a power outlet.
Yeah, well,
and that's it.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. No, I
and then that's it. That is, we got no other. You know, I never think about electric till we haven't got it. When there's a power cut, I think about it a lot then.
Or when the car's low.
But there's or when the car's, I got to remember, I got to put the car on charge. There's, what was I going to say now? No, it's gone. Completely gone. But there we go. What can I say? Apart from thank you very much indeed for sticking around. I know this ended up, Mr. Andrat, Perpetual Motion. I'm going to talk about that in another video. I want to find out a bit more about it first because Perpetual Motion was mentioned in the comments of yesterday's video. Do you know? Have you heard of a Perpetual Motion machine? It's basically it's something. It's engineered in such a, and I'm massively oversimplifying it. But let's say now you had, I don't know, let's say my drink speaker was a perpetual motion machine. If I push my straw, it spins almost all the way around. But if this was a perpetual motion machine, I'd start it and it would never stop until something stopped it.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen an example with watering cans.
Mm-hmm.
Perpetual motion where you pour it and then eventually
it's gravity.
Yeah, it just keeps
That's
going.
Gravity
it's like an infinite. Yeah.
But again, this is from the comments. A perpetual motion machine. Yeah, how does it overcome friction though? Do you know what I mean? These are all the sorts of things that these free energy people oh no, I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. So it must be fake.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. But the most baffling part of last night's video for me was what possible. I don't even know why he talked about the Malaysian MH370 flight, because it had nothing to. I thought he was going to somehow tie.
Well, I think that's why I got so confused at
Yeah.
the beginning, because you started by saying about the Malaysian Airlines flight, and then you started talking about free energy, and I was like,
Yeah,
I was struggling to link the two together. I was like, I don't.
So was
understand what
I
you're
while I was
talking
making the
about.
video. Yeah, that's why I looked so confused all day yesterday, because I was waiting for him to. What I thought he was going to say. Remember, I said he reckons that the Malaysian MH370 flight got teleported
Yeah.
somewhere. He didn't say where, and I thought he was going to say that was like proof that there's free energy. But he didn't.
It just never came
It
back.
just never
to it.
came back round. But that happens quite a lot, you know, especially with flat earthers. They'll say, but we'll get to that later. But they never do. They never do. So, yeah. So we're going to call it done for tonight, because, like I say, we're going to do this all over again on Sunday now, and potentially for 3 times as long. So, thank you very much indeed to everybody who super chatted tonight. Thanks to the peeps who gifted some channel memberships. It is very much appreciated. That is literally the gift that keeps on giving, because you've helped one of my subscribers out and also helped the channel as well. So thank you very much. Oh no, it's Andy. My extension lead is also plugged in to Dave McKeegan's extension lead. I wonder how many extension leads you'd have to plug in. And don't try this, anybody. Apart from that Electro Boom guy. Seen that guy on YouTube?
That name rings a bell.
Electro Boom. Just type it into your phone once we finish streaming.
Okay.
I can't remember why I brought him up, but you know.
Extension cords. I think you were about to.
How many extension cords? You know, like I don't know, a 10-meter extension cable, plug one end in, and then plug another 10-meter extension cable in to that, then another one, then another one. I wonder how
many
far you'd be able to go before
before, like, by the time you plug it into something, nothing happens.
Yeah. Just quickly before we go, sorry, I know I've already half said goodbye. Troy, Electro Boom does perpetual motion debunking. So that may be a good video for you to look him up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
he's funny, is it? He just electrocutes himself all the time. He's like the world's worst electrician.
Okay.
You know, like Aaron is to plumbing.
Yeah.
Only joking, Aaron. Then. Not that I think for a second he's ever seen one of these live streams, but yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you again. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, then I'll see you on Friday, then me and Callum will see you again on Sunday at 6 p.m, which I think is 1 Eastern, 10. I don't know. But if you live in America, keep an eye out for me between 10 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
If you live in America, join us in the day. If you live in the UK, join us in the evening. And if you live in Australia, join us early hours Monday morning.
Correcto mundo. Thanks, everyone. Love you. Bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.